Hello, Symphonic Band Brass and Woodwinds. This is Mr. Pickett here with page 28. We are getting near the end of the book. Only just 4 more to go. 31 is the last page, and we're almost done with the book as we move on into the 4th quarter. It's technically this begins the 4th quarter, even though the 3rd quarter ends on Wednesday. For grading purposes, we begin the 4th quarter today on Monday, the 15th of March. Okay. 4 selections this week. Again, we are going to explore the same key signature, Concert 1 sharp, but we're going to delve into the relative minor of Concert G major, which is E minor. And all 4 exercises this week will deal with that key signature. Okay. You'll have just 2 potholes. Number 1 in 129, the last note of the first measure. We'll review that note at the end of this lesson because I do mention it. And then the last one, number 131, the Polovitzian dance, is kind of challenging. All right, so get your instruments and books and let's get ready. We're about ready to do page 28. So stay tuned. On the other side of this break, we'll get started with page 28. So stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, we start page 28 with 2 minor scales, the concert E minor, natural minor, and then the harmonic minor. Okay. Now, careful, we start to get into some weird notes here, especially in 129. Let's do 128 first, then we'll get to the weird notes later. We're 3 sharps for the trumpets, so we're still concert 1 sharp. All right. Trumpets, you can see the octaves. If you want to play the lower octave, go ahead. I'm going to play upper. Here we go. Let's play it. Do, day, do, day, do, day. Here we go. 1, 2. Ready? Let's play. Yeah. Now, 129 harmonic minor. Now, here in the trumpet, the last note of the first measure is an E sharp. Okay, so that means it's the same for the clarinet and the tenor sax and the bass clarinet. That's an E sharp. E up a half step is F natural. It says F natural and harmonic. Again, that's another one of the 4 notes you won't find in your fingering chart. The E sharp, the B sharp, the F flat, and the C flat. Okay, it is E sharp. Okay. Now, flutes and trombone and baritone, it's a D sharp, okay? All right, I believe the French horn, it's A sharp. The E flat instruments, I believe it's B sharp. Okay, for the alto and bari sax, it's a B sharp, which means it's a C natural. And I think that covers all the instruments, okay? Let's play it. Here we go. Ready? A lot to digest here, but there's more tough stuff coming later. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, let's play it. Ready? And. Now again, if that last note is a B sharp or an E sharp, again, you won't find it in your fingering chart. B sharp is C natural, E sharp is F natural, okay? Whatever note you have, the last note of the first measure. Now don't forget E minor, the relative is the key we've just been doing, concert G major. G major and E minor are relative to each other because they share the same key signature. All right, quick break, we'll go to the next song. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. All right, number 130, the Song of the Shakuhachi. This is not too terribly difficult. Okay, this is not a hard piece to play, but I'm going to have you finger silently anyway. Watch the dynamics. You can see a lot of mezzo piano, mezzo forte, crescendo, decrescendo. Watch your dynamics. It's just do, do, day, do, do, do. It goes like that. This is not hard. Just watch your key signature. Here we go. Finger silently. 1, 2, listen, and. Okay, here we go. Ready? Just watch your key signature, everybody. 1, 2, ready, let's play. Okay, another quick break and we got one more song for you. Well, stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright, number 131, Polovitzian Dances by Alexander Borrowden. Okay, many years ago, about, 40 years ago, I did a musical at Mount Holyoke College in South Hadley, Massachusetts, entitled Kismet. Alright, a Tale of the Arabian Nights. It's a musical. It was made into a movie in 1954 with Howard Keel and Ann Blythe. And this is the basis for the famous romantic song from that movie called Stranger in Paradise. It's possible you don't know that song, but this is the melody, because all of the songs in the musical Kismet were borrowed from melodies by Alexander Borrowden. Okay, so Stranger in Paradise came from this tune called Polovitzian Dances. Now, this one's the most difficult one on the page here. You've got a D-C-L coda, okay, which means at the end of or near the end of the third line right here, where my pen is, you'll go back to the beginning. And then when you get to the coda sign, you will jump down to the coda. So when I read this piece for you, you'll understand the path of the piece, okay? Otherwise, 2/2 time. Look at the cut time here is mentioned here numerically. 2/2 time. This is cut time, of course. You learned that last year in concert band. 2/2 time. Do, day, do, day, da, do, day. All right, this is, again, in the movie, this is a romantic song between the two, the prince and the princess in love, or whatever. I forget the exact roles, between the Caliph and Marsana. All right, here we go. Fingers silently. Ready. 1, 2, listen, and. Beginning. Coda. Okay. All right. Again, same key signature, concert E minor. All right, ready to go? Here we go. Ready? Horns up. Do, day, do. Cut time, please. Don't forget D-C-L coda. 1, 2, ready, and. All right. So that's page 28. 4 selections this week. Stay tuned. We'll wrap this lesson up and bring it to a conclusion. Right after this brief break, please stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, that's page 28. Hopefully you made heads or tails out of it. 128 is not that bad. It's just, again, based on the scale you just did, concert G major, E minor. Again, G major, E minor, they are relative to each other because they have the same key signature. Okay, when the major and the minor have the same key signature, they are relative to each other. Now, but let me talk to you kids real quick about number 129, okay? Because you've got that measure full of exotic notes. I have a term I developed in jazz band. I call them exotic notes. Exotic notes are B sharp, E sharp, F flat, C flat, anything double sharp, and anything double flat, okay? Alto saxes, watch out, double sharp is coming up. I think as early as next week. You are going to learn double sharp. You'll be the only instrument in symphonic band that will learn what a double sharp is. No double flats, but you'll learn what a double sharp is. I believe that will come up next week. But this week, the last note of the first measure of 129. Now let me just review it for each instrument. Flutes, you have it easy. D sharp, same as trombone and baritone. Addison and the trombones, you have it easy. It's just D sharp, E flat. Okay, it's easy for you guys. Now, for clarinet, tenor sax, bass clarinet, and trumpet, it is an E sharp. Now, as I said in my instruction, an E sharp is equivalent to an F natural, up a half step. E up a half step, there's no black key on a piano between an E and an F. And again, you don't go to your fingering chart, you know, how do I finger E sharp? You won't find it there. It's F natural. Whatever your F natural is, that's the E sharp. Then alto sax, and I mentioned bari sax. I know we don't have bari sax in symphonic. We do in concert band, but not here. So we'll just talk to the alto saxes. Your last note in the first measure is B sharp. Okay, B sharp. Same thing. Up a half step is C natural. There is no black key on a piano between a B and a C. Okay, B sharp. There's 2 of the 4 notes you won't find in your fingering chart, the B sharp and the E sharp. Okay, so again, for alto saxes, B sharp is C natural. Okay, and then I also mentioned French horn. We'll let that slide because, again, we do not have a horn in symphonic, but we do in concert band. So, just kind of misspoke there. All right, and then finally, 131, the Polovitzian dances. Again, I would invite you, just if you've got 10 minutes of nothing to do, go to YouTube and type in Kismet, Stranger in Paradise. K-I-S-M-E-T. Kismet, Stranger in Paradise. And you will get either Howard Keel or Vic Damone, I forget. I know Anne Blythe is the female romantic lead. And one of those 2 gentlemen, Howard Keel or Vic Damone, is singing Stranger in Paradise to Anne Blythe. Again, it's a 1954 movie, but I did the musical back in February of 1979, about, again, 42 years ago, right around this time. And I enjoyed it. The music, of course, is gorgeous because it's all by Alexander Borrowden. So if you listen to Stranger in Paradise, it'll give you a little bit better understanding. Of course, if you want to go to YouTube and type in Borrowden Polovitzian dances, if you can spell Polovitzian, just get it out of the book. Now, it won't state the theme right away. It will introduce, you know, if it's a orchestral piece of music, and the theme will come in later. But if you watch the Kismet movie, this will come out sooner, and you'll get to hear how it works. Do, day, do, day to do, day to do today. Take my hand, I'm a stranger in paradise. You know. I'll spare you kids because you all know, if you remember me from last year, I can't sing. I can sing on key and that's it. All right. Enough of that teacher brutality for now. Enjoy this week's work. Again, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay busy. Please, we're heading into the 4th quarter, and we're getting the stretch drive towards high school for you 8th graders, and Hopefully a repeat going symphonic band for you 7th graders. So have a fun week, practice, work at it. Now don't forget, if you still owe scales, naughty, 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 we're in overtime, penalties are applying. Wednesday is it, end of the 3rd quarter, rock bottom, last day to turn in scales. But right now your scales should be all in. Okay, if they're not, come on, you're late. Okay, and of course Wednesday the 17th is a sad anniversary. I mean, you know, we of course love it for St. Patrick's Day and everybody gets to wear green and stuff, but it is the 1-year anniversary of when school shut down last year and all of this distance learning began. 1 year. Hard to imagine. All right, so this is Mr. Pickett saying so long, have a great week, take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.